A wave of excitement has rippled through Barcelona's camp in South Korea, and it isn't coming from the usual suspects. Gone are the whispers about established stars. It's Gavi's name echoing around the stadium corridors. Under the neon glare of the floodlights, the young midfielder found the net not once but twice against Daegu FC, each goal a burst of celebration that felt like fireworks popping over an empty sky. Those strikes weren't just highlights on a screen. They turned Gavi into the top scorer of the entire tour, a role no one saw coming. Even before that Daegu clash, he'd already left his mark. In the previous friendly against FC Seoul, a deft finish in the box painted his name across the headlines in local papers and social feeds alike. Suddenly, chatter about how Flick's squad would line up shifted to a will Gavi start? This string of goals has become the brightest positive in a preseason otherwise focused on fitness drills and tactical experiments, and it's put a new kind of spring in the team's step. What makes this surge even more remarkable is that Gavi, by trade, isn't a poacher in the penalty area. He's celebrated for his tireless runs, his ability to read the game like a chess master anticipating 50 moves ahead, and his unrelenting work ethic that leaves boots caked in mud and jerseys soaked through. But now, clutching his newfound knack for scoring, he's adding another arrow to Barcelona's midfield quiver at a moment when goals from deeper positions have been in short supply. Flick's willingness to tinker showed real courage against Daegu. He opted to bench Pedri, long deemed untouchable, and slot Gavi into a double pivot alongside Frenkie de Jong. Picture two watchful guardians orchestrating play. Frenkie's sweeping passes and Gavi's sudden bursts forward, a partnership that felt at once balanced and electric. It was a subtle but significant shift from last season when Gavi prowled around as a central midfielder chasing every loose ball. Now in this deeper zone he's free to pull strings and to dart forward when the moment demands. Across all the warm-up fixtures, Gavi has lined up next to both Pedri and de Jong, the pair who under the old coaching order were guaranteed a spot before kick-off. Yet each time he's stepped onto the turf, he's made it impossible to treat him as anything less than a contender. His energy, the way he snatches the ball back in midfield and surges into pockets of space, has commanded attention. If form is temporary but class is permanent, then Gavi's form right now might just force Flick's hand when naming the Y5E. The summer hiatus did more than recharge his batteries. It seems to have sharpened his focus. Talk swells that he could even wear the armband next season, such is the faith growing around him. When he jogged out for training sessions in Korea, there was a lightness to his step, a confidence in the arc of his passes, and a hunger in his eyes that spoke louder than any roar from the crowd. He looked less like someone vying for a spot, more like someone destined to take it. Of course, skeptics will point out that neither FC Seoul nor Daegu F's qualify as powerhouses of European football, and they'd be right. Yeah, pre-season fixtures are more about getting bodies moving, melding tactics into muscle memory, and teasing early hints of a strategic plan. In those three crucial areas, fitness, chemistry, and tactical clarity, Gavi has exceeded the script, delivering sterling performances that suggest Flick's blueprint is already taking shape. Now comes the real test. The Joan Gamper Trophy looms next, featuring Como under the stewardship of former club favourite Cesc Fabregas. Imagine a reunion spiced with rivalry and rich with narrative. A Barca Academy graduate seeking redemption against the new hero. Then, barely a breath later, the season opener in La Liga against Mallorca beckons, where points count and every misstep reverberates back to Camp Nou. These fixtures will reveal whether Gavi's hot streak is more than a pre-season fling. Yet even before those matches unfold, one truth stands clear. In the quiet moments after practice, when the floodlights dim and the empty seats stare back, it's Gavi who remains, replaying those goals, plotting the next. He's done more than stake a claim. He's written his name in bright letters on Flick's to-do list. And now the question isn't if he'll start. It's just how long it will take for everyone else to realize he already has.